AES Wave U-Scope Introduction. This video is sponsored by AES Wave. The U-Scope has menu navigation and selection arrows. On the top, there are up and down arrows, and on the bottom, there are left and right arrows. In the middle is an OK button for menu selection. On the left side of the scope is a USB charge port and PC connection port, a signal generator output port, and a connector test lead input port. On the other side is the slide on-off switch. On top there are two buttons. The right-hand button is the A button, which is used to pause and hold the screen capture or to return to live capture. The B button is used to save the setup information as well as a screenshot of your waveform. There is an SD memory card on the bottom. This holds documentation, preset menu items, and screen captures. When first turned on, the screen will display the firmware and hardware version. The startup is customizable, and this startup has a frequency counter displayed. The probe is set to a 1:1 probe, and the voltage settings are in volts per division. The total voltage at 2 volts per division is displayed on the screen. There are 8 vertical divisions, 7 above 0 showing 14 volts, and 1 below 0 showing a -2 volts. The battery level is displayed on the top left corner. The settings are changed by using the navigation menu on the bottom of the screen. The far left-hand highlighted menu is voltage by division, and when highlighted, the up and down arrows change this value. Use the right arrow button to highlight the time-based menu item. Once the time-based item is highlighted, the up and down arrows are used to change the time base. To the right of the time base is the POS button. This stands for position, and it controls the 0 position on the screen. Use the right arrow button to highlight the POS button, then use the up and down arrows to move the 0 line up and down on the screen. The next menu item to the right is the trigger settings. Currently this is set to auto, but it can be changed with the up and down arrows. The trigger scrolls between auto, single, and normal. The single trigger stops the screen capture and turns to hold after one screen has been captured. Use the up and down arrows to select normal, which will return the scope to live capture. Tap the arrow again to return to auto. Watch the menu carefully when I choose single. You will see SING appear just before it turns to hold. These are rolling menus, which means that the up and down arrows will scroll through all 3 selections. To the right of the trigger is the trigger value. With this selected, the up and down arrows will change the location of the dashed line on the screen, which represents the trigger value. The next menu item to the right is a choice between rise and fall trigger capture. The next menu item is INV. This is used to invert the signal. Invert on and off are displayed in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. You may need to make changes to your setup to see the inverted waveform. The last item is M for menu. Once selected, pressing the OK button will display additional menu items. I will be covering some of these items in the next video.